It was an unplanned pregnancy that brought on a string of emotions. And I will be very honest that none of them at the time were happy or excited or joyful. I was scared, I was upset, and I was regretful. I was, dreading what this was going to bring to my family, the dynamic, financially, everything.
Yeah.
Couple days later, we're in, early January 2024, and I took that first pill in the chemical abortion protocol.
Yeah.
Um, I will, kind of stress that up until taking that pill, yes, I wasn't necessarily excited that I was pregnant again, but I was still having to convince myself I was making the right choice. No, this is what you have to do. This is what, you need to do for your career, for your finances, in
Yeah.
order to succeed in life. You're not ready for this. And
Yeah.
so this is something you have to do, McKenna.
Yeah.
So I'll say that, those moments leading up to taking the pill, the day that the preceding hours, after taking that pill, it filled with, regret, knowing that this wasn't the right decision for me. So finally I reached a breaking point and I said, no, something's telling me that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And I had reached out to abortion pill reversal.
Yeah.
I got connected with them. They in turn got me connected with Chelsea Minnick,
Yeah.
the my other savior in all of this, and she got me started on the abortion pill reversal protocol, the progesterone, right away. She, sent that prescription in. She went the extra mile. She wanted to see me in her office the very next morning, to just to take a pulse for
Yeah.
where things were at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, really. So from there, we established a great patient, and provider relationship. She saw me throughout the duration of that pregnancy, and because of her and her efforts, I delivered a healthy, happy, beautiful girl last month. It's as easy as you ordering, the kit online.
Really?
So it's very unfortunate that it is far easier to obtain the abortion pill than it is to obtain the life-saving care to save that baby. I didn't have to meet with any providers. I, Googled abortion pill,
Yeah.
and there are a couple options, and I selected, one of the sites. They mailed me a kit, and it showed up at my door really quickly. And
So there's
from
no
there,
there's no like phone call or Zoom call with a doctor or provider even. It was just you can fill out the form online and then it comes in the mail.
yeah, it was a little questionnaire. I did have to take a picture of like myself with my driver's license so that
Okay.
they knew I was the person, but
Okay.
that was the extent of the, um, I guess, investigating that they did on
Yeah.
that. It was absolutely a battle with myself. I, again, was very convinced that I could not continue with, the newer career path that I'd selected.
Mm.
Financially, it just seemed more debilitating if I were to proceed with this pregnancy. So, on the other hand, I am an empath, and I, didn't want to take, this baby's life. And I, was imagining, what she would look like when she was older. And
Mm.
so I'm really at a battle with myself in my brain telling me, no, this is what you need to do in order, to be who you want to be in the future. And then my heart is just telling me, think of the repercussions. This is something that you will live with, the rest of your life. Either way, it's a life-changing
Yeah.
decision, but on one path, there's going to be, no regret. No one really ever regrets the children that they have. They regret the children that they didn't have.
Yeah.
And so that was, screaming at me as well. The turning moment was actually my mom. I was at home all day after I'd, taken the pill, and she actually surprised me. She came over, and I kind of just broke down in front of her. And I think that she was kind of a sign from God that, hey, you're not alone in this. You can do it. You have,
Mm.
there are so many women with less that, do more, with that. That don't take that easy way out, quote unquote, easy way out of just ending the pregnancy. And so it was a very emotional. She, had said, well, is there anything we can do? And I said, I don't know. I have no idea. And I just Googled, can you reverse an abortion or abortion pill reversal, something along those lines. And
Yeah.
Abortion pill reversal was what was that first selection that popped up. So abortion pill reversal had set me in contact with her, and she was very much, just warm, I guess is a really great way to explain it. Up until this process, I'd just kind of been in contact with like cold computers and coldness just from like that scenario. So immediately upon hopping on the phone with her, I didn't know, would she be angry at me? Would she be disappointed? Would she be looking at me and telling me, well, you made this mistake and now you're gonna have to live with it for the rest of your life. And, there's nothing that anyone can do, just kind of honing in. But she was nothing like that. She was so warm, so engaging, so understanding. She, from that phone call up until meeting with her in person that next day, she was non-judgmental,
Mm.
and just letting me know, hey, we have hope here. We have hope. And she actually took an ultrasound at the appointment that I saw her at that next morning. And she wrote that word on the ultrasound. She said, Mackenna, take this home with you, hang it up, do whatever you need. And, we've got God in our corner now. And at
Mm.
that point, I'm turning to him more, please, I'm sorry for defying you these, last years, but please give me my daughter. In my meeting with Chelsea, she obviously told me that nothing was, guaranteed, as you mentioned. She didn't want to make me any promises she couldn't keep. But she continued to just give me hope. And she had said, if you, keep, it's kind of like another mental game, like, you're going to feed your body what it needs. And so feeding it positivity would absolutely, help on that front. And so kind of clung to that. And I didn't have any other complications. I had a great delivery. She actually, I think, was in better health than my 2-year-old. And I didn't take progesterone with him. So I absolutely, yeah, can attribute that to, her care and that progesterone treatment. I would give my own life just to be able to give her life. And I think when you reach that point of desperation for your child, and then you get to grasp onto it, it gives that realness. It gives God a face. It gives
Mm.
him that life in your life. And so my boyfriend and I started attending a church nearby before we even knew if it had worked. And I just was kind of looking like, hey, can you give me a sign? Like, am I doing the right things here? When you're new into finding God again, that's kind of the way your brain can work. And so really fell head over heels into God and worshiping and working for Him instead of, begging Him to work for us. And so we've been very consistent, an avid churchgoer since then. And we actually named our daughter Selah, kind of as an ode to, his world and, what he's given to us. So that's her name.
That's
And
that's beautiful.
yeah, I would first tell them that, you regret the children you don't have, not the children you do have. And that, it if it's tough and you're being challenged, that's good. You
Mm.
you are going to grow through that and you're going to become, a better person, a better parent, a better follower of Jesus, throughout this process. Things are only going to get better from there. They have to get worse before they get better. But even more importantly, on top of that, I would stress that if you're having to tell yourself what to do, if you're having to convince yourself you're making the right decision, you're not. And that will become very, very prevalent in the near future after you're, suffering any consequences that you decide to make. And I guess I would just really, really want to stress that currently Colorado has this life-saving care as illegal right now. So Chelsea was not allowed to, give me that life-saving care, and she did. So,
Wow.
I absolutely I'll double back to what we were saying before about heroes, and she's absolutely one. She defied the law in order to be able to give me, that life-saving care, and it worked.
Well, Chelsea has dedicated her life to making sure that she's saving lives and helping women, not only in situations like this that Mackenna has, but she does well women checkups. She's a nurse practitioner and she has a clinic that is, she offers all of her services at free or low cost. And her mission is to help women make sure that they are succeeding and living the life that and health and have the health that God has designed them to live. Just getting the word out that women do regret their abortions oftentimes, just like Mackenna did. And some choose to reverse the effects of that abortion, that chemical abortion process. And states like Colorado shouldn't be allowed to prevent Chelsea from providing that life-saving care and from saving lives.